Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me doing a makeup like Lisa Eldridge, which is one of my favorite makeup artists ever. So she has a lot of video, but the video that I'm going to do is her secret makeup look. It's the type of makeup look that looks like no makeup, and she also said that it's the kind of makeup that not really too much, but also it's not looking totally bare skin. Now the thing about this look is I love the technique that she used, and I'm going to do the technique on my skin but with a twist, because we all know that Lisa has a fair skin and I have a medium skin, which is a bit different. So I'm going to do a little twist here and there, but practically the technique is similar. Before I do the makeup, I'm going to show you the skincare that I use to prep my skin. I'm using Badescu facial spray. This is the aloe and herbs and rose water. I love this one. This is kind of like calming my face when it's got irritated or any redness. I love this. Next, I'm applying this COSRX 2-in-1 Poreless Pore Liquid. I'm using a cotton pad because I feel like when I use cotton pad, it works better. And I'm only applying this on the T-zone area where my oily skin is mostly shown up and where I do have large pores. Next is I'm applying sunscreen from Supergoop. This is the Unseen sunscreen. Now this sunscreen has matte velvety finish, so it is actually good if you use this as a base of a makeup because it also blurs my pores. Actually, as a sunscreen, this actually blurs my pores evenly. It's good. Next, I'm going to do foundation. The foundation that Lisa used on the video is, I'm gonna link the video in the description box so you can check it out. But the foundation that she's using is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I'm going to use the same, but I will follow her technique using a literally so tiny pump, almost half pump, and only apply where I have pigmentation on my skin. Now I do have pigmentation most on my mouth area and the forehead, so that's where I focus on most. But I also add some little dot on the cheek. And then I'm also doing the Lisa's technique where after you apply foundation, you brush it with a brush or a damp beauty blender just to kind of make the foundation sink in, so it's still looking like a very minimum. Another trick that I do is I avoid putting on foundation on my nose. This is actually the trick that I learned from Violet, one of makeup artists that I adore too. She avoid putting on foundation on her nose because she thinks that nose is the first area that people see when they met you. So when it's looking like it's bare, so it will give the illusion that you wear no makeup, you wear no foundation. But I personally do this technique because I feel like when I put on foundation on my nose, 2 hours or 3 hours later, my nose area will get oily. It's more oily than when I'm not wearing makeup, and somehow it emphasizes my pores texture. I have large pores on my nose, and when it's emphasized, it will look like a tiny black dot, which is something that I don't want when I use makeup. The concealer that I'm going to use is Tarte Shape Tape. This is a full coverage concealer, so 1 dot is enough. What I'm going to do is, I took the wand. I don't like literally apply this, but I use my finger, just take it a little bit, very little, and then I cover my circle or my contour area. I'm also going to put it a little bit up around this area because I have this darkness around here. But I don't do too much upwards on my eyes area because I have this what is it you call it, this you call it bags, but I don't know, it's just naturally there. Whenever I smile on talk, I have this kind of bags, so when I put too much concealer it will look super cakey and creasy, and I don't like that, which is why I prefer to put my concealer just under the eye contour instead of going up very close to the eyes. Now I do have some redness on my nose and some area, my cheek and here, but I like to leave it that way because it gives a natural flush on me. Now we're moving on to the blush. I'm using a cream blush, and Lisa says on her video that if you are having a medium skin tone, you can go for a peach blush. But actually my cheek, my flush, whenever I blush, is actually a pink, even though I have medium skin. So I'm using the Makeup Forever, which have a bit of mauve, bit of a dark pink, because this is the closest to my own flush. And I'm taking a little bit product, not too much. Now I use loose powder just to kind of like set my concealer, and I'm moving on to eyebrows. On the video, Lisa recommends to use pencil for eyebrows, for natural eyebrows, but I personally feels more natural when I use brush and pomade. But the pomade is not too creamy, it has to be a little bit waxy. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Usually I will just take the product and then I pat it on the back of my hand or on the lids of this packaging, and then I apply on my eyebrows very lightly just to create some tint. You don't want your eyebrows to be there is a line like overline, too much overline and too much blocking, so what I do is just apply it lightly. Then I'm adding mascara. This is a real mascara, so it creates such like a fluttery, like a hair, fake hair on my eyebrows. And here I forgot to put on lip balm, so I add some lip balm because my lips always need a lip balm. Now moving on to the eyes, my eyelids is actually naturally brown, so I will go to the same color. Well, on the video Lisa has this product, it's the new eyeshadow stuff. I forgot the name, but it's something that you put on the eyes but it doesn't look like eyeshadow. But I will go with my natural eye color, but I enhance it with the bronzer that I used, and I'm applying with my finger. It doesn't have to be too much, it doesn't have to be super sleek, because again, this is the kind of makeup that a bit messy but still look pretty because it's literally enhancing your own beauty. So it's supposed to be looking like your own skin, your own eyelids, your own color. And then I apply mascara that is not really volumizing. This is more like mascara that give me length. This is the twist that I do on my eyes. I have a very thick lash line, upper lash line, so I like to add some black pencil eyeliner just to make like a frame on my eyes so it doesn't look bare or empty there. I am moving on to highlighter. The highlighter that we are going to use here is the highlighter that doesn't really blinding, but it's more of a giving a luminosity. So I'm choosing a liquid highlighter from the Balm, putting this very lightly. I rub it first on my finger. Remember that the glow you want to achieve here is more of a luminosity instead of the glow that is blinding and glittery. So you don't have to put too much, and just like what Lisa says, go with a tiny product and then you can always go back. Now moving on to the lips. The lips is actually the trickiest part because I have pigmentation around my lips. So I'm going to put on some lip liner that's match my pigmentation. Now I add a lipstick. This is nude lipsticks because I choose nude lipstick because my lips doesn't have like a pink or too obvious flush, so I prefer to go with my pigmentation and then adding a bit flush later. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like this lipstick because even though it's nude, it's not giving me some pale look. This is where I add some flush from a lip tint. This is a Korean lip tint, Korean brand. I forgot the brand, but I will link it in the description when I found it. And this look is done. It gives natural, and I will show you the before and after because usually in the video you can see it, but I feel so thankful because I found Lisa's video. Thank you so much, Lisa, for doing that tutorial because I really enjoy it. This is literally my go-to makeup look. Also the trick where I don't apply anything on my nose, it's actually great. It will definitely show some complexion like redness like you can see on the video, but it's fine. This is actually better than I apply foundation on my face because I don't have that black dots or super oily nose. Don't forget to check Lisa's videos and Violet's videos. I link it down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't. There are more content coming up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.